Testing 1, 2. All right. See, I almost forgot to plug it in. All right. So we're back. I'm back. We are live streaming. Live streaming. Yeah. This is Guitar Quackery Live. So I have a new phrase. Well, I'm still debating. Should it be the only live streaming guitar repair channel, or the first and only live streaming guitar repair channel, or the one and only live streaming guitar repair channel? I think it should be the one and only, right? Live streaming guitar repair channel. I think that's what I'm going to call it. So welcome to Guitar Quackery Live, the one and only live streaming guitar repair channel. That's what you're watching right now. So if you're not watching this live, you are watching a replay, but it's not going to be edited in any way. So this is going to be, you know, a fairly long video replay for you to watch. And if you are watching this live, and I know you're not because I don't see anyone watching right now. What time is it? It's after midnight, 12:25, 24, whatever. Yeah, there's another channel called Guitar Quackery. So that's a different channel. Same host, same place, but different channel. No live streams on that channel, just produced content. So if you prefer to watch produced content, you know, just the highlights, yeah, you can subscribe to that channel. If you like both, you know, if you like to catch me in real time, live, then subscribe to this channel. So the live streams will never be, well, never say never, right? So, so far, I'm not announcing any of the live streams. They just happen when they happen. So the only way to catch me live is to subscribe and click the bell icon, right? Is that it? So you get notified. I think that's how it works. All right, so what are we doing here? We are going to be leveling the frets. So we have the guitar here, right here, and see, I'm almost forgetting. Well, whatever. So just in case you're wondering, this is the pick guard right here, right? I remove it, and it's upside down here like this. I protect the guitar, and then I protect the pick guard with all the electronics. And that's because I don't want to be scratching the pickups, and I want to put something here, you'll see. But first, let's mark off the frets in red. All right, so I use this little tool. That's a Music Nomad fret guard, I think it's called, just so that I don't get the red marker on the maple fretboard. I marked them off. So it took me a while to jig it up. I thought it was going to take me 20 minutes. It took me longer. Well, I also had to do some other stuff. I don't live stream every guitar that I work on, okay? But when this customer dropped off the guitar, he asked, is my guitar going to end up on the live stream? So I said, well, I never make any guarantees, but, you know. And then I said, why not? All right, so here it is. Sometimes it isn't practical for me to live stream, and I'll tell you why. So, often when I work, I like to watch other people on YouTube. In fact, earlier today, I was watching Steve Cassidy of Steve Cassidy Guitar. It's Thursday today. Well, no, today technically is Friday because it's already past midnight. So earlier today, as in today, yeah, this work day, I was watching Steve Cassidy. And I like to watch some other people as well, not necessarily guitar-related channels. Yeah. Let's see. I need to put this here on that monitor. Okay. Okay, so I do have... Oh, Robert's Guitar Bloke is here. Good morning, Professor. Good morning to you, Professor. Yeah, so I can't live stream every guitar that I work on because, you know, I like to watch videos and live streams and whatnot while I work, okay? So that's one of the reasons. Also, there's always some setup involved with live streams, so that's the other reason, I guess. All right, so now back to work. Here I have this little thing. Where did I put it? Here. Okay, my own invention. So you see it has a hole through it. It's got two holes, but this one here for a screw. But, you know, I don't even need to use a screw. This is double-sided tape. I make it kind of like not too sticky by, you know, doing this. And I am going to use a 9.5 Skyscraper brand sanding beam. Okay, bear with me. And I am going to set this up. Okay, here. Oh, I forgot to put tape here on the nut. Okay, I will do that. So this goes here. It's the same radius. I find the position where it's seated. Properly seated. And now I take this little cube, sticky side down, obviously, and I put it against the sanding beam. And here it is. So this now guides my sanding beam on this side. Now on this side, I just hold, I kind of just touch the neck with my fingertips, okay? So now I can do this, but I don't want to do it yet because I forgot to put tape on the nut. So why don't we protect the nut first? The tape I like to use is this one. I can do this. Okay. Let's go back. Maybe, see now, I do all the switching. Maybe one day I can hire someone to do this. So the goal is to reduce my workload, which I have already done. Okay, I used to work on 40 guitars per week on average. Too much. Yeah, I got some more tape here. Okay, 3 layers. Yeah, I just want to work on guitars that I kind of want to work on, that are interesting projects, because this also becomes very repetitive, right? So ideally, I would like to work on guitars that are worthy of being captured and immortalized on YouTube. That's what I would kind of like to do. Okay, so now I do a quick pass. Now, why are we even doing this? Why are we leveling the frets? I kind of mentioned something in part 1, where there's a whole thing happening here in the wood grain. And as a result, we have, you know, a fingerboard that's kind of kicking up here. So we need to level this off for sure. And then here there's a high fret. There's a few uneven frets. And that's it. So the uneven frets and this thing that's happening in the wood grain. And I did show this wood grain in part 1 of this series, which is on its separate playlist. But I really didn't get into it. So that's why. Okay, and now I need to think. We have a low spot here, or I should say we have a high spot here. And I'm wondering, let me do another pass. So here I'm pushing down harder, and I'm basically only holding this here in alignment, but I'm not pushing down on this side. And it's easy to hold it in alignment because of this little cube that I have here. And I'm monitoring these frets because I don't want to remove too much material from here just yet. And if I feel that I'm removing too much, I will tape off this part of the sanding beam, okay? Or this part, whatever, yeah. Okay. It is high, quite significantly higher than here. And we really need to level it off, right? Because otherwise the strings, when they vibrate, when you fret it, so you double the distance, okay, from the saddle. So when you play these frets, the amplitude of the vibrating string is likely to hit these frets here. So this sanding beam, which is Skyscraper Guitars brand, is 20 inches long. It's a 20-inch long sanding beam. The Stumac version is 18 inches, by the way. So in this case, I vote for Skyscraper Guitars. And I did put a link in the description for this. I think I remembered this time to put all the links. and the links are Amazon affiliate links. And Jeff wants me to tell you that I get paid a small commission through the affiliate links at no extra cost to you. And if I don't say that, Jeff will cancel my affiliate account. And I also say it in writing in the description. Okay. Was I writing over the nut here? I think so, right? Maybe. Jeff Bezos. Yeah, and the other issue with these frets is the fact that they are slightly over radiused. So that's a very common occurrence with Fender guitars. So now we are making them on spec 9.5 inches radius. So when they are over radiused, when the radius is smaller than 9.5 inches, you have more of a protrusion here in the middle. So when you bend the strings, they are more likely to hit the frets here somewhere. And that's why you can't set up really low action on some of the old vintage spec Fender guitars that have a 7.25 inch radius or even 6 inch radius. Some guitars do. So, yeah. So when people say, I want vintage spec, what exactly are they talking about and why? Okay. Got to keep an eye on these. Yeah, good question. I think I'm going to tape it off. Yeah, why not? Because I feel, well, those frets in first position, they still need to be leveled down, but I just want to control it better. So here's what we'll do. So this section is going to be taped off like this, okay? For now. It's a good trick. Oh, look, 2 people watching. All right. Well, it's late, but I fell asleep today on my workbench because, you know, yeah, that's just what happens sometimes. And so I'm rested. So now this section is not going to be sanding down any of the frets here, right? Because I want to lower this a little more before we start leveling off the entire fretboard. And again, we're leveling it off because it's over radiused. That's one of the reasons. And a few uneven frets. So in a sense, we are upgrading the guitar. We want it to be performing like I don't know, a Fender Master Build series guitar from one of the master builders. I've worked on those guitars, by the way. They were good. I'm not sure if they're worth the extra money, the exact amount that they charge, but they were good. Those that I have seen. I've only seen a few. Yeah, they didn't have any uneven frets, nothing like that. The radius was exactly the way on spec. The fret ends were really nice. The nut, excellent. So yeah, I think they would do that, right? With a master built Fender. Although they're called builders, I guess there's no other way to say it, right? But to me, a builder is more like someone who can build a guitar from raw pieces of wood. And that is not what they do, those master builders, right? I mean, I'm not criticizing their work. I'm just saying, to me, a builder is a builder, someone who can build from scratch. I want to get back into building guitars. I've built plenty of guitars from scratch. But then I got into the repair business. It's not easy to sell guitars. Well, I mean, you can sell them, but, you know, I want to get compensated for all the time. On some guitars, I would even make the hardware from scratch, from raw pieces of brass and other metals, aluminum or aluminium. I would make the pickups from scratch. So yeah, so if I can reduce my workload, so I need to get monetized. So this channel is not monetized yet. This is Guitar Quackery Live, right? The other channel is. But if I get monetized in a sense that I get sponsorships, then I can focus on content. And I would still be working on guitars, servicing guitars, but I would be really selective. Because, you know, how many times can you show how a setup is done or how a nut is done or whatever? So I would want to just work on really interesting projects. And I have some interesting projects here in the vault, but, you know, not enough time to work on them. I've recorded some, and those were like long recordings, and I have dozens of recorded files for each one of those projects, and I'm in fact editing one as we speak. It's a Squire Strat. So keep an eye out on the main channel for this one. It had some interesting repair work had to be done to it, right? So it had a fracture through the body. It had a missing piece of wood here. The bridge had to be moved. What else? Well, I did level the frets, but I didn't even record that. Because, again, I've recorded this so many times. I didn't see a point. So I'm editing that. It's a Squire Strat, belongs to a actually pretty good musician. Not famous, but just very good. Or maybe he is famous, I don't think so, but you know. But I really liked his playing. And he can play the piano as well, drums. He's a recording artist and performing artist. So I had a guitar in the shop for almost a year. It had to be kept clamped for a few months because there was an open fracture that just wouldn't close. So I managed to close it. But yeah, so I am making a video of that whole project. And right now I am editing it and recording, you know, the narrations with the black background behind me. So editing takes forever. So if I get sponsorships, I would definitely want to hire an editor so that I can focus on, you know, doing the work. And in that case, I would definitely want to, you know, fix my basement and start building again. So that kind of ended during COVID. And I didn't have a channel before, so I have pictures, I don't have recordings, or maybe I have some recordings, but I don't know. Nothing that's in the style of guitar quackery, so I wouldn't want to put, you know, home recordings on the channel. But anyway, I can always build some more guitars and put together a whole camera setup in the fabrication shop. And yeah, but my fabrication shop is in my basement, in more than one place in my basement, and also in my backyard. So in the summer, I work outside. I have a portable router table and also a table saw. And I do all of that outside in my backyard. So I don't know how I would set up the cameras there. I'm sure there's a way. Okay, so now I want to remove this tape. So in order to get sponsorships, I need to grow the audience because the sponsors are going to look at the stats. And it's been difficult. It hasn't been really hasn't taken off. So that's why, as I mentioned in the previous live streams, I hired a consultant to help me figure this out. So I want to get the channels, plural, properly monetized. I was talking about the channels in the previous live stream, so I don't want to repeat everything here. But in part 1 of this series, I talk about it and also reveal some some details. My consultant is actually a med student, a 23-year-old med student with a successful YouTube channel. And not about medicine. I do want to tell you who she is, but I want to ask her first if that's okay. I think it's okay. So right now I am just communicating with her about some other things that are priorities. So I would like her to make an appearance on my channel, which I believe might even help her. Because if her work is good, and I announce that she's going to be the one helping me grow the channel, and then the channel grows, then it's, you know, archived. And she can always use the channel as a reference. Okay. It's getting there. I want to split this into 3 parts: level, crown, and polish. 3 parts, so that we keep these to a decent length. I did that with I believe the last level, crown, and polish, I was streaming. Oh, I've also been streaming privately, and I'll tell you why. Because it's kind of difficult to just talk and talk and work and work and talk and work and talk and work, right? So I archived a few kind of half-silent live streams for my own archival purposes. I didn't even send the links to the customers. And I will keep doing that because I can't live stream every guitar that I work on. I also like to watch other live streams as I work, and movies on Netflix, maybe listen to music, to the news, whatever. So, yeah, I can't live stream every project, right? So, so what I've been doing is basically I've been documenting all the work by streaming into a non-public, private live stream, right? So not even unlisted, completely private, right? So only I can access it. And if there's ever any question about what work had been done to the guitar, I just go back. I can make it from private to unlisted, and then I can send a link to the guitar owner, and they can see. And also, sometimes I discover problems. So, you know, unforeseen problems are, in fact, a reality that I am constantly dealing with. So, if anything happens, it's archived, recorded. So in that case, again, I could just call the client and say, hey, this happened. I'm making this live stream unlisted, so you have the link, you can watch it, and then let's talk. But with those live streams, I am barely talking. Only enough to say what I will be doing, so that if they need to be viewed by the customer, so the customer understands, right? But I don't get into all the details of the work, right? So this is quite uneven. There's still a low spot here, which I need to address. Let's change cameras. But yeah, it's fairly easy to produce these hours and hours of these live streams, and simply because there's no editing involved. I just push the button. I mean, yeah, I need to set up the camera every now and then. And the talking is you know, it gets exhausting. So yeah, so that's hard actually. And I'm not a big talker. Some people just talk and talk, can't shut up. I'm not like that. So, but now I'm streaming, right? So I need to talk. And to be honest, I don't even know if anyone's watching. Let's check. There is an audience of 1 or 2. The Bali Bro. What's going on, man? How are you? Exhausted. Yeah. I had some rest, but I still feel tired. Thank you for asking. Okay. So I'm not talking to nobody. But I did notice that people are watching the replays, okay, because I see I have access to the stats. So yeah, so I do need to talk even if no one's watching. And I need to be repetitive because some people will be seeing this for the first time. So I need to keep repeating that this is a live stream. So it is a somewhat lengthy video. I watched Guitar Max the other day. I watch him sometimes. He had he had an April Fool's episode. He went to Guitar Center and found some guitars and pedals in the dumpster. And you know, I'm watching and I'm like, nah, that's not real. But I wasn't watching it on April Fool's Day, right? So then I was thinking, okay, what is he trying to do, you know? Because it didn't seem real. But then I read the comments, and then I saw the date it was published. So, all right. Okay, I forgot to bring my fret rocker. I don't think I need it just yet. And I am getting tired. And it turns out that, you know, this is taking a bit longer. It's more uneven than I thought it would be. And that's the limitation of, you know, straight edges and fret rockers and feeler gauges. You don't really get the full picture until you level off. I guess that's why you could say the Plek machine, when used properly, is superior, right? Because you can put it in read mode or whatever it is, and you take all the measurements, and then the computer renders full 3D wireframe thing, right? So then you know. But as far as leveling the frets, if used properly, it's a great tool, obviously. But I've seen some results that really made it glaringly obvious that the people needed some training. And I just received a call the other day. Well, not a call, you know. Yeah, a call. I didn't pick up. Then I texted, and then the guy texted, do I have a Plek machine? So the answer was, I do not. Which is is true. Yeah, some people are sold on the idea that their guitars need to be plecked. Um, Now the problem with that is that no proper diagnostic procedure had taken place before they for themselves decided that plecking would solve whatever it is that they're trying to solve, improve. I think the pleck machine could be used as a great diagnostics tool only, right? Only diagnostics. And then a good operator would be able to advise the customer if at all anything needs to be plecked, or perhaps a refret needs to take place. If the topography of the fingerboard is all over the place, you don't really want to be plecking the frets necessarily. I've done refrets. In fact, there's a live stream of one just to correct the fingerboard first, and then put new frets, and you know. I have also a recorded, published video, right? I think, or am I still editing it? Of a Les Paul that I had to refret recently. And then there was a Squier, no, not a Squier, a GNL that I had to refret because of the fingerboard topography. Or was it? No, because the frets weren't, I don't know anymore. I got too many guitars in my head. And I also got too many guitars in life. I'll be giving away a guitar again this Saturday. We'll see if it happens. I think it will. And I want to record a giveaway video because I want to give away a guitar that well, it was brand new, but I had to fix it anyway. And you'll see in the video. It's a D'Angelico acoustic. And I have a whole bunch of guitars that I bought that are taking up storage in the vault. I am having a hard time giving away the guitars the way I want to give them away. I mean, yeah, you know, I could walk up to anyone here and say, hey, here's a guitar, take it. They would take it, right? But I want to have something to show on YouTube, right? So to find people to participate, that's not easy. And I didn't realize that until I tried. Now, why am I giving away guitars? Well, sensationalism is sometimes the way to generate views. So you see, and now I just hired a consultant. So the guitar giveaways didn't work. They cost me. So I have to still do my taxes this year. I mean, for last year. So it's going to be a nice tax write-off. And I still have most of them here. I gave away 3 so far. I made recordings. The third one, you know, the person really wasn't good on camera too much. So, and I don't even know if I'm going to end up publishing it because it wasn't that good. And there was a Gretsch. Electromatic, what is it called? I forgot. With a Bixby. Brand new. So, yeah, I wasn't too pleased with that. I mean, what's the point of publishing a video that's not even good, right? So, oops, I need my fret rocker. Do I have an audience? Yep, 2 people watching. So I did a guitar giveaway on the main channel once. I don't know if you watched that one. A Gibson ES335, right? So there's a surprise there, but yeah, you need to watch it because I don't want to spoil the surprise. So you can just search Guitar Quackery for Gibson ES335. No, for, oh yeah, it was to celebrate 335 subscribers. That's it, yeah. So so I asked people to subscribe, if I recall, and make a comment, and then pull from those comments, do a random picker online. And you know what? People were just signing up with fake accounts and whatever, right? So I just thought, whatever. Not really what I want to do. So, yeah, so there are 2 videos. One is the giveaway announcement and showing the guitar. And the second video is the actual drawing of the winner. And here's the thing with giveaways. You need to make sure that you're not, like, breaking the law. Because when I researched it for that first giveaway, yeah, it started to get complicated. Because of, you know, gambling laws and all that. So I'm not done yet, but I am getting there. There's still a low spot here. So the 13th fret, I think, is the lowest spot. It's asymmetrical, so there's, you know, like, and then sharply, you know, becoming even. So I have no choice. I need to continue. Yeah, to be honest, I was, just watching Mr. Beast. He gives away $10,000, whatever, right? I was like, okay. He became popular. His channel became popular because he's giving away stuff. Let me try to give away some guitars, see what happens. And it's just complicated. So, I'm doing it. I did it, and I still will do it until they're all gone. Just as an investment towards the channel growth. Maybe I'm just doing it wrong. I don't know. But this D'Angelico, I had already 2 people lined up. They were going to come here. 2 people, maybe even 3. I think 2. I was practically begging them to come to, pick up the guitar. And then one of them just flaked out completely. And the other one kind of called me, not this Saturday. Saturday's actually bad. Okay, so can we do it next Saturday? Oh, I don't know, this and that. It was an older guy, and he was gonna use the guitar in, I don't know, he's doing some activities in a retirement home. I thought that was going to be a good story also. I don't know, maybe he just didn't want to be on camera at the end. And then I wanted to give away a guitar to actually someone who works in this building, not here, not with us here, but in the building. And first he said, yeah, excited, not for him, but for his family. But then he spoke to his family, and they were reluctant, I guess, to appear on YouTube, So, which is fine. I mean, I can understand that. Bottom line is that it actually isn't easy to do this kind of YouTube giveaway stuff. And, also, I want to give away guitars to people who will own them after they receive them and play them. So that's, also a challenge, right? To find people who will actually enjoy them and play them and keep them. Instead of, just listing it on Reverb or Facebook Marketplace or whatever. So with one giveaway, the one that turned out really well, I did it as a treasure hunt. Okay, so the reason I haven't published that yet is because I want to record short interview with Bob Elliott, the owner of this music studio, and plugged it in. And he's just been very busy lately. So doing some renovations and stuff like that, right? So, I just want to give him his space now. So once I have that, I will, just plug it in because everything else is already done, So I edited the whole thing already. But I also want to promote the studio because I have a really good deal here in terms of my rent here, right? So we have a reciprocal relationship. So I want to do something for the studio here. Bob Elliott's Music Makers. And that, in fact, was a customer giveaway, right? So we did 2 customer giveaways. The second one did not turn out too good. I gave away a guitar to 2 of my students. They're twins, so both of them got a guitar. 1 guitar for both, that's what I mean. And that's the only guitar I did not buy. A customer gave it to me. So I will explain more about that guitar in the actual video once it's out. Almost there. Okay. And those kids were really happy, by the way. So they're my students, and now they play the guitar, and it's been put to good use, so for sure. It's an LTD with a Floyd Rose. And the reason why I gave them that guitar is because one of the twins was asking me, about my opinion about Floyd Rose, a guitar with a Floyd Rose. And his mother was asking me, should we buy him one? And I said, no. And then I told the mom, you know what? I will give them a guitar with a Floyd Rose. And that way, they get to check it out. And if they want to continue in that direction, then great, right? But I told her, don't spend the money on a guitar like that because they're not even going to know how to tune it at first, how to change strings, etc. Not to mention that because I'm teaching them to play, I know that they don't even play the kind of music that, is played on a Floyd Rose guitar. Right now, I'm actually teaching them Sultans of Swing, all the solos and the fills and rhythm guitar. And that you cannot play on a guitar with a Floyd Rose. There is a lick in that song that will not work. Okay, let's check. Yeah. So here, well, I switch the camera like that. I know you don't see the close-ups of the frets, but yeah. Okay. Now let's switch over to this one. This is the coarse one. And I can remove this. Oh, come on. Oh, good. So we have scratch marks in this direction. So now I'm going to remove them. First by going diagonally, kind of like the X pattern. Did I just hear a text message? Okay. So I don't know if you hear the banging steam pipes. I'm not sure if this mic picks it up. But it's really loud and annoying. Another reason for the giveaways is because I actually want to have appearances in my videos, so it's not just my boring face all the time. You know, just to have more like a community thing. I was thinking of approaching some YouTube people for like collaborations, but I'm kind of like, I'm not sure if that really is what I want to do. You know, they have their channels, I have my channels. Sometimes they see people do appear on other people's channels, and in a way there's, you know, part of me feels that, you know, it feels kind of weird. Maybe it just needs to be done the right way, I don't know. So I don't think I need to explain, but I am finishing it off in this direction, right? So that's the leveling. Which took much longer than anticipated, because it was quite uneven. But we still have enough fret height. They were quite high. I put links to all the tools. Oh yeah, I did talk about this. Amazon and all that, and Jeff Bezos, he wants me to tell you I earn a commission at no extra cost to you, blah, blah, blah. I think everyone knows that people earn commissions through affiliate links, but they're really strict about that. Okay, so now, like I said, I'm looking at the reflection. It's got that brushed metal look. There's just a little more here that I can see, like, you know, a hint of a couple of lines going in this direction. So let me just smooth it out. Yeah. That's good. Yeah. Okay, so I'm looking at the reflection, making sure I don't see any lines going in this direction. I think it's all good. All right. So that's the coarse side. And this is the smooth side. So I finish it off with the smooth. But there will be more work done to the frets. So and I can see the difference between before and after. I know you can't. And now I can just look at the reflection. So I see a reflection of this light, and it's yeah. When I move my head, it moves evenly across, which is what we want to see. I wasn't expecting it not to, right? So next will be recrowning. And the recrowning can be done on the jig or on the bench. So I'm not sure yet what I will decide to do. Still 2 people watching. Rubbish Guitar Bloke says, Rubbish Consultant Bloke here. Okay, rather than give away guitars, what about giving away a setup to a random subscriber? You know, I thought about that. When you reach 1K, you mean 1K on this channel. So the giveaways are for the other channel. I have 4K subscribers there. So I don't like to give away work for free. You know, I was thinking about that. And so first of all, when people call me and ask, how much do you charge for a setup? I tell them that I don't do setups by request, because I don't know that their guitar needs a setup. Now, they might say, well, I had a setup done before on this guitar and it was fine. Yeah, so before when? Maybe 5 years ago, and now you got fret wear, with visible dimples on the frets. So I have a PDF that I text to every customer that explains that, I will do a full assessment of the guitar and determine what the guitar needs to bring it up to gold standard, right? And it needs to meet a certain standard. That's my checklist, right? My mental checklist. When I sign off, it needs to be like this. So this guitar that I'm working on, the customer did think, it was my understanding, that he would just bring it in for a setup. And this is not the first time that we're doing a level crown and polish, or even a refret in some cases, or a new nut or whatever, on guitars that people thought would only require a setup. Sometimes an acoustic guitar might need a neck reset, etc. Right? So it would get me in situations if I said, you win a free setup. Well, I can kind of do a setup on a guitar that's got issues. What if the guitar has a bridge lift? For example, acoustic guitar. Am I going to do a setup and then they're going to show it? Oh, look, I won a free setup at Guitar Quackery. Look at the guitar. And then someone notices that the guitar has a bridge lift. Maybe that's not a good example, but whatever, right? And then the other reason is that time is actually more valuable than money, because you don't get your time back, but money you can, right? I mean, it sucks to lose it or to spend it. So yeah, so I decided not to offer free services. But I did think about it. Yeah. Okay. Speaking of time, what time is it? 1:40 a.m. I did fall asleep here today, so I did feel rested after, but now I'm starting to feel like maybe it's not a good idea to work later than the doctor recommends. So I think I'm going to wrap it up and then continue. I think I got some other work to do tomorrow, so I think maybe on Saturday I finish this guitar. How about that? Yeah. All right. Sweet dreams. Yeah. So do you know about my dreams? Did you watch the I think it was part 9, right, of the Luna guitar thing, and then I talked about it. I talked about it in part 1 of this video about the horny what I wrote it down here. The horny guys are waiting. Yeah, okay, so you got to watch it. So I don't know if those are the dreams you're referring to. I think, yeah, because you're smiley face, laughing. Okay. Okay. So don't forget to click the like button if you liked it. And if you didn't, don't click it. And don't click anything else. All right. So I'm going to go. I'm going to wrap it up for the night because I got to clean up and then go home, get some sleep, and I got work to do tomorrow. Okay. Thank you, and let's talk soon.